This is Lyons, Kansas, county seat of Rice County. Lyons is one of those farming communities which has prospered in these years of sweeping agricultural change. It has a population of 4,000. It is the kind of town where people go when they bypass the Dunlaps and the Westmorelands. Arnold Fankhauser, who runs a clothing store, knows why.
Really, we have about 7 or 8 towns that used to be competition here, in a sense, and sold the same items that we, in turn, sold here. While this town was a little larger, those towns actually did quite a bit of business. And I don't mean to disgrade them. They were more or less pickle barrel type stores, and they couldn't do any better because of their size. But actually, Lyons, Kansas was a little larger, and I would say that the pattern has changed in this way. They like to shop in a little better town.
Lyons has better stores, more of them, and good roads leading in from the 4 points of the compass. Also, it has been the county seat since 1876. Farmers in the aggregate are good consumers. Because of all their equipment, they use more petroleum than any other industry in the country, and comprise one of the biggest consumers of steel and rubber. This is reflected in the economy of Lyons. Lyons has 4 grocery stores, 2 of them supermarkets. The car just pulling into the curb is driven by a farmer's wife. She drove 10 miles, bypassing 2 smaller towns closer to home, to shop here. Since fewer farmers grow a little of everything, their wives buy more food in the store, including meat, milk, and eggs. This farm wife's habits are changing, and so are those of the store. Supermarkets have begun to compete with drugstores as purveyors of everything under the sun. Since these items go on the grocery bill, we tend to think of them as part of the cost of food. Often they are not. Since 1949, food has risen less than most other items on the cost of living index. And the farmer's share from the cost of food has gone down 12%. We asked the shopper who had come 10 miles to let us read her grocery list. We found out 2 things. She spent more money than she meant to, and 35% of what she spent was on non-farm products. Aluminum foil, which costs 35 cents, is a non-farm product. About 1/4 of the price of ice cream goes back to the farmer. He gets 3.5 cents from a 25-cent loaf of bread. The farmer gets back about half the money we spend for bacon, about 82 cents on a steak costing $1.41. The return on butter is high, 56 cents for a 79-cent pound of butter. Soap powder is a non-farm product. So are all the paper tissues we buy, and most of the plastics. Canned corn costs 45 cents. The farmer gets back a nickel. Grocery stores now sell ping pong balls. No sale for the farmer. The most expensive item of all, the impulse purchase of a long-playing record. Corny perhaps, but not from the farm. Overall, packaging and middleman costs are up. The farmer's share has gone down. That is Lyons, Kansas, a beneficiary of the agricultural revolution. Yet, even here, there is a shadow.
Well, of course, the opportunity for the young people here is not nearly as great as it used to be because our farm population, you see, is decreasing quite rapidly. The larger farmer is taking over what used to be 2 or 3 or 4 farmers. And the children that are raised on the farm, they don't have an opportunity to go back on the farm. And in order to keep those people here at home, we must have industry here to attract them if we're wanting to keep up the population. Or they don't have any other choice after they get out of school but to go to some factory or get a job elsewhere in some other part of the state or some other part of the nation.
One Lyons student who will return is Stephen Sellers. You met his father. Stephen, with a degree from Kansas State University, is coming back to farm. He wants most a farmer's independence.
I'll be my own boss. I can do anything I want to do, whenever I want to do it, however I want to do it. I'll have no restrictions. I can cover the whole half section with feedlot if I want to, or irrigate, or raise swine, anything I want to do. It's going to take a lot of planning and technology to make a go at farming nowadays. If I were going to be an average farmer, I don't think I'd go back, because actually the average farmer has a rough road to hoe. But I believe with my training and hard work, I believe I can make a go of it. And that's what I love to do, so that's what I'm going to do.
Stephen Sellers will return to his father's farm. In this, he is more fortunate than most. The farm, by present standards, is large. The investment in expensive equipment has already been made. Yet, a generation ago, this farm was sufficient to earn a man a good living. Now, 160 acres will not bring Robert Whitaker enough income to justify the expense of efficient farming, which is the only kind with a chance of survival. Stephen Sellers will raise his children in this community. Now, Lyons is prosperous. It has taken over from the smaller villages that compass it.